That noise at Villa Park, and in doing so, Unai Emery's side go within 3 points of the league leaders and 2 clear of Manchester City, who are going to watch in goal rush, of course, shortly at home to Sunderland. And that is now 9 wins in 10 Premier League games for Villa. And just look what it means to them. Listen to that noise at Villa Park. You know that noise well, Martin. What late drama, what a win for your former club.
Oh, that is sensational. Sensational, Steve. Absolutely sensational. Buendia gets the goal. Well done, him. Really, really well done. But a magnificent victory for them. We were just talking here in the last few seconds of the game, Arsenal to take a draw all day long, and suddenly then it's just it's magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
Huge moment for Aston Villa, but perhaps a huge moment in the season. Did you worry that was coming in those closing stages, or do you think Arsenal had seen it out for a valuable?
No, I thought they saw it out, but it didn't feel like they were seeing it. It didn't feel like they were actually trying to see it out, especially when you saw it just not too long ago, like Noni Madueke taking players on. Maybe that's the kind of situation you run it down into the corner, because I said at the start of the game, I would take a draw. We would have taken a draw. It's a good draw at Villa with the way they're playing, but I think it's more important that we manage that. We have to say, right, let's take a draw. No more trying to take people on. Let's get that.
Yeah, they are lapping up the applause from this Villa crowd. And why wouldn't you be? What a way to end the game. What was that feeling like when you saw that hit the back of the net, Emmy?
Incredible, because this team, I think the last couple of weeks we showed some character. Some games coming from behind in the games. The other night in Brentford was really tough, and the team showed an incredible character as well as to fight, to combat the game. And today, against the top team in the table, we did it again. So we fight until the last minute, the last second. So it's a really, really incredible win.
Matty, what a win. How big does that feel, beating Arsenal here?
Yeah, fantastic. I think obviously we knew it was going to be a really demanding game, but I think we were fantastic, and the crowd here today helped us through right at the end. And honestly, yeah, that was the craziest I've ever been. But now so happy, for this man as well.
Yeah, feels like ages ago that you actually put Villa in front. But how much did you want to exploit that space that Arsenal gave you in that first half?
No, yeah, it's what we spoke about, to be fair. In the first half as well, having John a little bit more inside and then me on the overlap. And there was a chance I had right before as well that I maybe could have done a bit better, but yeah, I just saw it and I hit it first time. It was nice.
Great goal. What about the way Aston Villa started this season? It was a really difficult start, and now you're second in the Premier League table. What does that say about this team?
Like I said before, some character, trust the process, like the manager said, every single day, building the team, believing in what we do, in what we can do in this tough league. So yeah, I think we are showing every game we are doing big steps. So we need to continue this work, and we have many good games ahead.
The crowd seems so up for it today. What can Villa achieve this season?
Anything. Obviously we've got to take it game by game, and just keep working hard and taking it in our stride. But at the minute we're on a great run, but we know it's not even Christmas yet, so we have to keep being demanding, keep being consistent, and then we'll see where it takes us.
Well done, both of you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It must have felt like Christmas has come early today, though, with that winner from Emi Buendia. 2 players who have been so vital for Aston Villa this season, and their resurgence as they climb up to second in the table, just 3 points behind Arsenal after that 2-1 victory. Loads of reactions still to come from Villa Park, and so much live football coming up on TNT Sports as well, including the second round.
Reaction on the way, but we're still trying to digest it here, really. I mean, it was incredible drama from Villa there.
Wasn't it just, I was just trying to think about what the 2 managers were going through at that stage. I believe that if the minute that Arsenal got off the bus, if you had said to Arteta, I'll take this draw here today, they'd taken it all day long and just got back down to London again. And for Emery then thinking a couple of chances, one that's gone across the box about 15 minutes earlier, and thinking, well, that's it now. Then there's a scramble in the penalty box, and you're looking around and you're thinking, you wonder who's going to get the touch to it, and your man gets it and Buendia puts it in the net. It's extraordinary, and an extraordinary feeling that they will have going into the dressing room now.
I think as well, Martin, you have to look at the substitutions he made. Marlon coming on offensive, Buendia coming on offensive. So I think that maybe should have been the signal to Arsenal is like, right, let's shut up shop now because they're.
What you're saying is here, the game management wasn't quite right for Arsenal.
No, not when we got into like 80. I think once you get into 85 minutes, you start getting past that. Martin will know more. Obviously, being a manager, knows what he wants to take in that moment. I think that Arsenal go in there. Let's face it, Villa with the chances they had, they could have won the game with the chances they had. I think you then say, right, let's take what we've got now and get back to London, Mark.
I have the utmost regard for you, Ray, but here's my point. I think some players have to take responsibility. You mentioned Madueke should have run it into the corner.
Yeah.
These are the type of things. The manager would be encouraging him to do exactly that.
Yeah.
So, you're talking about the man management or the game management time, then sometimes it's not down just to the manager. He would have been shouting those, although Madueke wouldn't have been able to have heard him, but he would have been shouting, take it to the corner.
So your point is players on the pitch at that point should take responsibility.
I think you know this. These are not young players anymore. You should know this. You know the last 5 minutes of a match is going to be very tight. You'll know what the manager's thinking. He will have taken the draw. Now, it's great to be offensive and it's great to be thinking that you can score in the last minute. And if you did get it, let's say Madueke had broken through and then suddenly something opened up for him, he scored a goal. There'd be nobody back in the dressing room saying, oh, we were going for that. I remember one particular incident at Nottingham Forest in a European Cup game when a lad called Colin Barrett made this big run against Liverpool. We're 1-0 up, and the management team are desperate for him to stay put. He keeps running, and they're shouting at him to get back. He scores the goal, and it's fantastic. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that the game can change, but absolutely, definitely, that Arsenal would have taken the draw there with 5 minutes to go.
Yes.
Is it too simple to say, if you've won the league and been there before, that you do that, you feel it, you smell it?
But you could say that now when you lose a game like that at that stage of the game, you could say, it's because they haven't done that. But I have to agree with Martin. Naturally, as a forward, if we're getting into that stage of the game when they're putting pressure on, they've just put two forwards on, two offensive, then you naturally know, Steve, that I'm going to start running into corner flags now. Because like a point at Villa at this stage is good. And I think a lot more people will lose points at Villa Park.
Of course.
It would have been a good one to take.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's, again, you're away from home. You're against the side who are right up alongside you. And this is a very, very important stage of the season. Every game, I suppose, is. But now coming into Christmas, and the last thing you want to do is just surrender that great record that you've had in the circumstances that you've had. Had Villa scored 15 minutes earlier, and you then are desperate to try and get an equaliser yourself, you'd fine, absolutely, change all sorts of plans. But when you're holding on to something then at the end of the day, and you've had a little bit of luck about 10 minutes earlier, take that luck and just run it into the corner.
Could Arsenal have done anything more with the goal? I mean, they put 2 or 3 tremendous blocks in the build-up, didn't they?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I thought it was brilliant defending. I was hoping that someone would clear it, but the way it was going, the way Buendia, you could just see where Buendia is. He just stays in and around it. He has a shot there. Yeah. You know what I mean? He passes it there, but then he gets up and he's just staying involved, waiting for something scratch. But then that's the composure. Yeah. He's waiting for something, and the composure is to not just slash it. He's placed it in past the goalkeeper. Great save from the goalie, great block from Timber there, great block from them again there. But then you can see he's just waiting. He's just waiting, Buendia, on the edge of things, like what's it called, flankers, to get the ball and throw it out again. He's just, and that's a good finish. Yeah. And I'll give Villa that. You know what I mean? Because they kept going. They've done well.
Yeah, I don't think that Arsenal could have done much more in that penalty box. They've got bodies behind it. They've tried to block it off, and the ball's just flukily come out again. That's the point. But overall, it's the minutes leading up to that that were the concern for them.
And Villa's character to keep going.
Of course, yeah. Well, that's the manager. We've praised him all day long. And so he might as well take the credit for it.
He's got to get credit for that, Steve, because he's brought 2 forwards on at the depth there. You know what I mean? Now Villa, 3 points behind. They'll feel confident. They started the season pretty poorly after, you know, everything what happened to them last season, missing out on Champions League, not being able to sign players and starting the season so badly. Now they've got themselves in a position where they're 3 points behind the leaders who everybody's talking about as, you know what I mean, who's going to catch Arsenal? Now they're 3 points behind them, so they will be full of confidence in that. And then this is a good test for us again, because we've got to, at some stage, take the baton of we're going to try and finish this off. You're going to get games like that, and you have to try and finish them off, Steve. You have to take something from it. You can't lose games.
So Villa are 3 points behind in December. So, I mean, the question is, I guess, in this crazy old season, are they in the title race?
Of course
they are.
Yeah.
They can win the title.
They can win the title. A number of teams can win the title. Will they win it? It might be a totally different thing. And it will depend, really, on their major players staying fit. I think that's the big thing. Now, also, like Arsenal, like Manchester City, I suppose they're in European football. That does take it out of you, depending on what sort of mentality you have, what sort of feeling you have towards the Europa League, for instance, that Aston Villa could win. They are capable of winning it. There's no question about it, because I feel, particularly in the Europa League, that the English teams are pretty strong. You know, but what, you know, now that you've put yourself into a position of trying to win the league, I think if you were asking the little manager, I think he would think, well, yeah, I think if you give me the Premier League title, I can think about Europe in another 5 years, you know.
Let's get to Villa Park and speak to the hero, Emi Buendia. I mean, they can see the smile from here, Emi. Thanks for joining us. Just put that into context. A last-minute winner, Holt End, to beat the league leaders.
Incredible feeling. Amazing. We know how important it is for us to play here at Villa Park with our fans, in scoring a massive goal at the end in a really tough game in front of the whole team. Yes, it's incredible, a beautiful feeling. So I'm really happy, and really happy for the 3 points as well.
And for the goal, amongst all the mayhem of blocks and challenges, you look to really keep your composure with that finish.
Yeah, well, I try to, like the manager asked me to be in the box, to have these chances. So I try to be ready, prepared for any opportunity there. I think they jump 3 players to block Kamara's shot, so I just seen a small space and I try to put it in there. So yeah, really happy to go to the end of the net. So really happy.
Emi, Ian Wright here. Just want to say through gritted teeth, congratulations on your goal there at the end. But like when you was coming on there, the manager is very positive. Substitutions, he brought yourself on, offensive player, brought Marlon on, offensive player. Was he saying, go on and win the game for me? What did he say?
Yes, exactly that as well, to bring on some energy, to put some work also in defending, to be prepared, and he told me to score a goal for a winning. So yeah, that's what I try. I always try to use the minutes I have to help the team, to work really hard. And yes, of course, if I can help the team with goals or assists, I'm really glad with it. So yeah, happy today.
Well done to you as well, coming off the bench and doing it. Well done for you.
Yeah, and you've been on the pitch less than 8 minutes. Is that just a sign of the depth and talent in the squad Villa have got at the moment, Emi?
Yes, of course. We have a really strong squad, a lot of quality. So we have variation in all of the position. It's important also to have this competition up front, because you have to fight every training session and every game to be in the starting 11. So I think this helps to push each other to be better, to improve. And I think the last couple of weeks we show this character and this spirit as a team to keep winning games.
And just finally, you've gone 3 points behind Arsenal now in the league table. What does it do for the added confidence and belief now on this incredible run, 9 wins in 10 league games, to go and beat the league leaders?
Yes, a really good feeling. But of course, we know this is long. This is really difficult. Obviously, the most difficult league in the world, 100%. So every game can happen anything. So we have to be prepared, to be focusing every game. We keep building our team, our structure. So we have to be working hard to keep having these results and to try to push until the end for the best we can.
Well, very well done today. Villa fans will certainly remember that goal at the Holte End for a long time, Emi. Well played.
Thank you very much.
That is the match-winning hero, Emi Buendia. I mean, it's their best run since 1919 in the top flight of league wins. And as a manager, when you believe in the players, for them to go and do that, like I just said to him there, against the league leaders, what does that do to the group, Martin?
Well, you've just mentioned there, it gives you an awfully big boost of confidence. But it's just more than that. It's the feeling that you can actually win these games. You know, you can take it right down to the wire. You can beat what I would probably consider at this stage maybe the best team in Europe.
Well, they're the only 100% recorded team in the Champions League, aren't they? So.
Right. So, so the feeling in the dressing room that everybody will want to play. You could tell it in his voice there, Buendia, you know, just getting onto the field of play and then making your mark within an 8-minute spell. That is fantastic. And you're coming into a dressing room that players are, well, I mean, not just pleased with themselves, but pleased with their teammates, pleased with the manager, pleased in what the manager's saying. And every victory that you get, the manager's words become not just more important, but feeling as if, listen, we'll follow those instructions because not just we're getting results from them, but we feel that there's an end product to that.
OK, enormous joy then for Villa. Here's the other side of the story, the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta.
Real sucker punch to lose the game with near enough the last kick of it. How do you sum up the match we've just seen out there?
Yeah, in the manner that it happened at the end, obviously, really difficult to take. In the first half we had moments. Obviously, had the best chance after, I think it's a foul on Ricky that Watkins goes through. After that, we started to control the game and had some good situations. You are always on the edge, especially when you don't manage the ball well when you regain it, and we didn't do that very well in the first half. And in the second half, we started really well, scored the goal. We were very dominant. But then we had periods that, again, the same issue appeared, and then we couldn't have the dominance, and we allowed certain open spaces. We gave 2 balls away ourselves to the opponent that could have cost us the game before actually the goal. And then the last kick of the game, we had the chance with Declan puts the ball across for Noni and Victor. We don't score. Goal kick long, second ball, clear the ball, individual action, a lot of chaos inside the box, and you end up losing it. So it is painful.
In the second half particularly, it seemed quite difficult for either side to get any sustained control. Why do you think that was?
Well, I think it's the manner that we play, the quality that's on the pitch, and the moment somebody beats his own man and a duel, the space is open. And they are really good at that. Credit to them for what they do. They are a really good side. And we had our moments to go and score the second goal. We were very, very close in a few times. And at the end, I said, after 18 games unbeaten, which is a long run, you need to lift up and go again.
Do you see this as a missed opportunity, especially with playing first this weekend, where you could have gone 8 points clear? It's now 3 points to Villa in second.
Yes, but every week is going to be like this. I mean, we are 18 games unbeaten, and you're still the margin so small. So this is what we have to do. We have to focus on ourselves and certain standards that today, particularly individually, we didn't raise that level, and the effort was absolutely there, and use that pain to go again. That's football.
How do you ensure then that this defeat today doesn't derail any good momentum you've built up, particularly mentally in that dressing room?
Well, because the consistency levels that we showed with everything that happened to us has been incredible, so I have no arguments to think otherwise.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
How do you think he will use this to drive them forward, the disappointment?
I think firstly he's being balanced, isn't he? Into his view after the game. He recognises there's been a few, I suppose, rookie mistakes, but then it's a bit of a patchwork defence. You know, Timber's playing central defender, he's the right back. You know, normally Calafiori is probably the only recognised player playing in his position. So mistakes made, but you know, you go away, you think about it, you've got a long journey back now, a long evening, and you use it as oxygen when you come back. And there's been a lot of hurt over the years, and this is maybe just a blip on the road. I don't think this is going to derail what they're trying to achieve. It's important to get people back again, of course, to form that base at the back of that defence. Gabriel, Saliba, you know, you can't get them back quick enough, but they will come back. Wolves coming up next. You just have to look to the next game to put it right. But they're still learning. It's still a very fresh, new partnership at the middle. You can't expect it to be perfect, but it's disappointing. I think the manager saying they didn't win the duels. the ball bounces down, they can't clear it, and then it's in the back of the net.
And they will be better equipped to deal with setbacks like that now as well. But Unai Emery's side put in a magnificent performance today, and they are now just 3 points behind the Gunners. We can hear from the Villa boss now with Jules.
Unai,